What's up guys, it's Fed again. Thank you for stopping by. And again we have an unboxing video with the TheIndiebox. And this here is actually a delayed box. This here is from June actually officially. And it is the Hollow Knight box. Or the Hollow Knight Collector's Edition. So let's check that out. Really fast here. Go on, get out. And this was delayed due to a mistake of my post office because they're stupid. For some reason, I did not get the the letter that they send out when they want to collect extra custom tax on it. So yeah, I didn't get that. I started asking where it was and finally found out that it was sent back 2 days before I started the inquiry. So yeah, they reshipped it again. So let's look at the box here. So this here is 6 of 12 of 2017. Of course, means it's the month of the 6th. That means it's June, of course. We have a nice Hollow Knight logo here. Nice box, pretty thick. I can actually say, just bear in mind, this here is metric that we're going to measure, just if you want to know. This here is 8 centimeters in metric depth or thickness. It is, if we want to go that route, because I have this here, it is around 21 in height, and of course around 20 and a half, yeah, 20 and a half, yeah, they're around. So yeah, you got the measurements now. So you can go with that. Let's take a look at the box here. And sorry for a little bit of glare, there is still the plastic on it. We have some nice artwork in the back. We have 2 scenes here. We have, of course, the display here. We have the minimum requirements here. We have the limited edition box. There are 4,000 boxes. This here is 997. We, of course, have a nice distribution mark here. And logo here. And again, nice here. And again, we're back in the front with the nice, great artwork. And this here is, of course, made by Team Cherry. And if you want to know, the width here is around 15 and a half, a little bit under 15.4 maybe. So yeah, you got that measurement here if you want to store this here. And this here is a little bit of flexible box, so it can be stored, but if you want to keep it pristine, that is how we want to do it. So let us take a look at it. And I already have this game. I actually backed this game when it was kickstarted. I already used the code for that, and I already used the code for this here because my brother was really into it. And the great thing with the TheIndiebox, and if you don't know what the TheIndiebox is, the TheIndiebox is, of course, a box like Loot Crate, Nerd Block, and many other things where you actually have a subscription. You get a box each month, and with that, you get an indie game. And through this here, they actually made it so that when they ship and when you pay and when they start shipping, you can actually go into your account already and get the code that is inside the box because they know and label the code. Probably that's why they have a scanner here. They know what everything is. So you're not getting an extra code, but you can get your codes early if you want to play the game because they do announce a little bit early. It's not a surprise like some things are, but again, let's take a look. So right now, we can see right here, we have, sadly, they have really messed this here up. Ah, damn it. Is that, yeah, that's one of the discs that fell out. Not that bad. We'll take a look at that bad. Yeah, it's scratched. They really fucked this here up. They fucking, god damn it. Idiots. Post office are horrible. Well, at least it's digital. But we have this here, and we have, of course, here everything got thrown out. Idiots. Yeah, sad. Okay, we have all the nice stuff here. We're going to put the box away. And the first thing we're going to take a look at is actually the case. So, case, we have the manual. We have discs, and this here disc has been scratched, and I actually have a cloth here, which I use for my glasses, which I can try and save a little bit of its dignity. Actually, the funny thing is that you can actually scratch this here a lot because it's actually, there are a lot of layers in here, and it's actually on the thick layer inside that is actually where the data is stored. But yeah, it has got a lot of scratches because they threw it around. But no matter, let's take a look at the disc anyway. Okay, we have the soundtrack, and that at least is in a good condition. Okay, so we have the installation disc, we have the official soundtrack, we have some beautiful art here, and let's actually try and zoom in a little bit on it. And is it in focus? There we go. So we have some beautiful art here of the Hollow Knight itself. Really, really cool. We have, of course, also this here great manual, which we're just going to take a quick look. It has been scratched a little bit, but that's what you get when people throw your stuff around. Really, really great introduction here. How to play, nicely described, and this here is beautiful scenery. The music also beautiful. It has some manuals or some moves of what you do. Everything described nice and easily, and again, great stuff we have here. Great stuff. Foes, land, rumors, and of course, soundtrack. 26 tracks, and we have, of course, the credits from the TheIndiebox, and of course the game credits, of course, from Team Cherry, and a little bit of scruff mark, sadly. Okay. Before we actually close this here, wait, you can't see it that bad, but there is actually a beautiful scenery right here in the background, but this here is because the case is dark and they use that dark style, but again, you can check it out. We can see a little bit right here. You can see it. I'm not going to take it out. I want to keep it pristine as much as I can. And we're going to pick that. And of course, we get the logo here, which we get with every box, and this here is, of course, the official TheIndiebox logo, where it's designed after the game and features from there. That is in the box. We get that normally inside the case here. So let's put this here back. Let's put this here back into the official soundtrack here. And we're going to put this here. And the case here normally is pretty sturdy, but again, if you throw stuff around, it is going to crack up. So yeah. Great. Let's take a look at the case here in itself. We have some fine art. We have some minimum requirements also. Standard DVD box. And of course, there we have that. So, let us go ahead and take a look at the next thing. And that's going to be this here poster. And let's see if I actually can show you it in detail. Oh, it's actually a map. It's actually a map. Let us see if I can do this here justice. And zoom a little bit out. Yeah. Almost. And yeah, there we go. So this here is pretty much the map of the whole game, and you do not have a map in the game actually. You get pages of map pieces that you can look at, and it will tell you maybe a region and stuff like that here. So I haven't finished the game. It is a great Metroidvania game. I highly recommend it. So this here is pretty cool. Sadly, again, because it's been folded pretty thoroughly, it has these lines in here, so you couldn't even post this here up in a cloth or in a nice frame if you wanted to frame it and stuff like it, because I think it's beautiful. It definitely deserves a frame, but sadly with this here it is a little bit sad that it's been folded that way. But yeah, what can you do? The last thing, of course, is this here. these here are what we saved. That's the goal of the game, at least from what I understand. And we're just gonna take a look at this here. And I love these here plushies, and this here is a great plushie in itself. And let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. There. So this here plushie has the nice Hollow Knight grub from the TheIndiebox. Attached to it, it's a larva. It is pretty squeezy, doesn't make any noise, but it's pretty cute. I'm definitely going to have this on my table, as always. And it has fairly okay detail to it. It doesn't have any sharp edges or anything. And you can see right here, there is that line. And so if you want to take this out, I normally just, because I have pretty strong fingers, just do this here and it's out. And we have the two ends without actually causing a ruckus with that. And there we go. So that is Hollow Knight, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this here. We have a poster. We have this here, nice little thing here. So yeah, couldn't really say much more than it's a great game. It's a great box. Again, sadly, this is not the TheIndiebox or anybody's fault other than the post office, because they do throw stuff around. For some reason, they really actually do not care that we pay money for shipping things safe from one point to another. But we'll have that discussion at another time. But anyways, thank you for watching this here. Please hit that like button under the video. Please hit that subscribe button also. And if you didn't like the video, you can of course always hit the button just beside the thumbs up button. And of course, leave a comment if you want to comment on the video, if you want to discuss something, if you actually want to know how to get the box and all that. The TheIndiebox you can find at TheIndiebox.com or www.TheIndiebox.com. You can go to both pages. You might actually get a little bit of delay on all your boxes right now because they were or are based in Orlando. That means that of course Irma hit them hard and hit Florida hard, really hard. That means all the boxes are getting delayed. This year was shipped before Irma, and that means the August box is not being shipped right now, and some of the boxes are going to be delayed, and that of course sad. They are okay. I actually emailed them yesterday and they are fine and everything, so it's just getting things up and running, and it's a shitty thing, but what can you do? It's hurricane season out there. They had 2 hurricanes so far in the US, and I think there's another one brewing maybe, sadly. But everybody's safe, so God bless that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Until next time, bye.